Ladies and gentlemen, dreamers and schemers, welcome back to Money Moves. Today we're diving into a topic hotter than a $2 steak on a Friday night, the 4-day work week. Yes, you heard me right, 4 days of work, 3 days of freedom. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Or is it a paradox waiting to unravel? Stay tuned because we're about to unpack this idea like it's a Black Friday sale. And believe me, the discounts are huge. We're talking seismic shifts in how we work, live, and play. Imagine this, it's Thursday evening and instead of gearing up for another day at the grindstone, you're prepping for a 3-day weekend. Feels like winning the lottery, right? But wait, can less really be more? Can working fewer days actually boost productivity, morale, and even profits? Sounds crazy, right? Well, we're here to dissect this paradoxical proposition and find out if it's too good to be true. The bottom line is that we're not talking about working less. We're talking about improving productivity, living more efficiently, and achieving the work-life balance we all seek. But not all that glitters is gold, and there are certainly implications to consider carefully before you give in to your love of the short work week. First, a quick history lesson. The 5-day work week wasn't handed down from Mount Olympus by Zeus himself. No, it was actually Henry Ford who popularized it in the 1920s, but here's the kicker. Ford's main goal wasn't just worker happiness. He realized that happier, rested workers were, surprise, more productive. Productivity increased, and so did his profits. Now, a century later, are we ready to chop off another day? Can we innovate further, or is this a step too far? The journey from 6 to 5 days was revolutionary. Could the leap from 5 to 4 days be even more transformative? And what if I told you this isn't a new idea? That's right, folks. The concept of a shorter work week has been around for ages, simmering under the surface, waiting for the right moment to explode into the mainstream. In 1956, then U.S. Vice President Richard Nixon promised Americans they would only have to work 4 days in the not-too-distant future. Fast forward to today, companies like Microsoft Japan, Perpetual Guardian in New Zealand, and even the government of Iceland have toyed with the 4-day work week, and guess what? Productivity didn't just stay the same, it skyrocketed. It's like cutting out junk food and suddenly finding abs you never knew you had. These modern pioneers are challenging the status quo and redefining what it means to work smart. They're proving that with the right approach, we can achieve more with less. It's the efficiency paradox in action, folks. Microsoft Japan's experiment called the Work-Life Choice Challenge 2019 summer led to a 40% increase in productivity. Employees were happier, took 25% fewer sick days, and reported a 92% satisfaction rate. It's like discovering a hidden turbo button on your car. And let's not forget Perpetual Guardian in New Zealand, where the shift not only boosted productivity, but also improved employee engagement and job satisfaction. It's like having your cake, eating it, and still losing weight. In Iceland, a large-scale trial involving more than 2,500 workers across various sectors also yielded incredible results. Workers reported feeling less stressed and having more time for hobbies, family, and personal well-being. Productivity either remained the same or improved across most workplaces. According to a study, 86% of workers preferred the shorter work week. It's like the world suddenly discovered a cheat code to happiness and efficiency. But here's the paradox. How can working less lead to achieving more? It's like eating half a pizza and feeling twice as full. Turns out when we have more time to rest, our brains work better. It's science. Fewer days at work mean fewer chances to burn out, less time spent in pointless meetings, and more time focusing on what actually matters. We use one of the 2 weekend days to do things for the house and to prepare for the next work week, such as shopping at the supermarket, cleaning the house, or doing the laundry, so we do not use our free time for ourselves. It's like decluttering your life and finding space you never knew existed. Our brains are wired for bursts of productivity, not marathon slogs. Give them the rest they need, and they repay you with creativity and efficiency in spades. Now let's talk benefits. First up, employee happiness. Who wouldn't want an extra day to binge watch their favorite shows or finally start that hobby they've been putting off? And happy employees are like golden geese. They lay golden eggs of productivity and loyalty. According to a study by the Henley Business School, 78% of employees with a 4-day work week reported being happier and less stressed. Then there's the environmental impact. Fewer workdays mean fewer commutes, which means less pollution. It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, except we're saving birds here, not killing them. Plus, with less time at work, employees have more time for family, friends, and personal growth. It's a win-win-win situation. Imagine the impact on our health. With an extra day off, people have more time to exercise, cook healthy meals, and get enough sleep. A study by the American Psychological Association found that people with a 4-day work week reported 30% less stress and 25% more time for health and wellness activities. It's like adding years to your life, and the environmental benefits are just as compelling. Fewer commutes mean reduced carbon emissions, less traffic congestion, and a lower carbon footprint overall. It's like giving Mother Earth a much-needed spa day. And there's more. Businesses save money on operational costs. Think about it. Less time in the office means the lower utility bills, less wear and tear on office equipment, and even reduced costs for amenities. In the long run, these savings can be significant, allowing companies to reinvest in their growth and their people. A study by Global Workplace Analytics found that companies could save an average of $11,000 per employee per year with a 4-day period. Now let's talk about some of the potential drawbacks of the 4-day work week. First, there's the intensification of work. Cramming the same hours into fewer days could make everyone feel like they've just run a marathon. Then there's the disruption to service. You could run into more hiccups, and trust me, customers won't be thrilled. Coordination issues. Imagine trying to dance to different tunes while syncing up with companies that work on a 5-day schedule. There could also be higher operating costs, so be prepared to spend more on extra staff or overtime. And don't forget that resistance from managers and owners to change can spark some workplace drama. Legal complications could rear their ugly head, making amending contracts and union agreements seem like untangling a plate of spaghetti. At the same time, it's about working smarter, not harder. Ever seen a cat fit into a box half its size? That's the magic of efficiency. The skeptics' concerns are valid, but they underestimate the power of human ingenuity. When faced with constraints, we often find creative solutions that surpass our expectations. Some industries might find it challenging to adopt a 4-day work week. Think about healthcare, emergency services, or customer support. It's like trying to play a violin with a sledgehammer, just not feasible. But even in these sectors, there are ways to implement flexible schedules and shift work to provide employees with more rest without compromising service quality. It's all about finding the right balance and making it work for everyone involved. According to the Society for Human Resource Management, 60% of organizations in the healthcare sector are exploring flexible work arrangements to tackle these challenges. And let's not forget the paradox of pressure. A shorter work week could actually force us to prioritize better. It's like having only 10 minutes to pack for a trip. You end up taking only what you really need. With less time to work, we become laser-focused, cutting out the fluff and honing in on what truly matters. It's like being under a deadline. It sharpens our focus and hones our skills. The pressure paradox turns a challenge into an opportunity for greatness. When time is limited, our productivity can soar to new heights. And here's another twist. The pressure to complete tasks within a shorter time frame can lead to more innovation and creativity. Think about it. When you're racing against the clock, you come up with ingenious ways to get things done. It's like MacGyver turning a paperclip into a life-saving tool. This kind of environment can foster a culture of innovation where employees feel empowered to think outside the box and come up with new solutions to old problems. According to a study by Stanford University, companies that encourage time constraints on projects see a 25% increase in innovative solutions. Globally, the 4-day work week could be a game changer. Countries with overworked populations might see a boost in mental health and overall well-being. It's like giving the world a collective deep breath. Plus, with more time off, people might spend more, boosting the economy. It's a win-win, like finding money in an old coat pocket. Imagine the ripple effects: happier workers, healthier societies, and thriving economies. It's a vision of the future that's both inspiring and achievable. Let's look at some examples. In Spain, the government has launched a pilot program to test the 4-day work week, aiming to reduce work hours without cutting salaries. This move could set a precedent for other nations to follow. Meanwhile, in the UK, several companies have adopted the 4-day work week, reporting positive outcomes such as increased productivity and employee satisfaction. According to a report by Autonomy, a UK-based think tank, 63% of businesses that adopted a 4-day workweek saw an increase in productivity. It's like a domino effect, with one successful implementation leading to another and another and another. So what does the future hold? The 4-day workweek is not just a fantasy, it's a possibility that more and more companies are willing to explore. It's like staring at the horizon and realizing it's closer than you thought. Will it work for everyone? Maybe not. But for those willing to try, the rewards could be immense. It's a leap of faith, but one with a solid safety net. The potential benefits far outweigh the risks. As we look ahead, we see a world where work-life balance isn't just a buzzword, it's a reality. And it's not just about the here and now. The 4-day work week could reshape the future of work for generations to come. Imagine a world where our children grow up knowing that they have the time to pursue their passions, spend time with loved ones, and still be productive members of society. It's like planting the seeds of a better tomorrow today. This isn't just a trend, it's a movement towards a more humane, sustainable, and balanced way of living. According to the World Economic Forum, by 2030, flexible work arrangements like the 4-day work week could become the new norm, transforming how we live and work. Okay, money movers, it's time to wrap things up. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced a shorter work week? How has it changed your life? The future is bright, and the 4-day work week could be the beacon that guides us to a new dawn. And don't forget to subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a profitable move. This is Money Moves. But before you go, don't forget to watch our latest video on job security for an understanding of job market trends and what a better market could look like. This is a must-watch. Click the link in the description. And as always, stay savvy, stay informed, and keep making those money moves. See you next time.